Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing a single player playthrough on 1.1. Yes. So, if you weren't here last time, we had gotten a good start on our crystal oscillator factory. We got the main train station platform down where all the trains are going to be. We got the train platforms down, as well as got it all hooked up with our tracks, and we got trains even bringing in resources with all the train stations being full as well. We did have to shift it over a foundation, but that's okay. As well as we got the main discs, the main portion of the factory where all of the manufacturers are going to be and whatnot. So yeah, things are looking good. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Let's go. Alrighty then, and here we are. So this is our crystal oscillators factory. This is the one this is the recipe we're going to be using, which is actually the insulated crystal oscillator. Use it, just in case you weren't here last time, we're making 20 of them, and it uses 200 quartz crystal per minute, 140 rubber per minute, 20 AI limiters per minute, and we get 20 out of that. We also changed this as well. I'm going to change this here. So 5, and we're going to be doing 4 instead of 2. This was because 10 machines was just too much for the design, so we decided to go with 5. Yeah, 10 would definitely have been a little excessive as far as the design goes. So as you've seen in the intro, we had an awesome design when it came to the discs. So we're going to be hopefully finishing up the design today, and maybe even get stuff belted. I'm not 100% sure, but these are our discs. I decided to start at night today too, because yeah, that way we can see it at night, you know. And you get these purple rings, and it just looks so good. These blueprints are very, very expensive, by the way. I mean, this is just a quarter of it, and you can see how expensive that is. Pretty expensive on the old resources, but we've got the manufacturers in place as what we did last time. We got the manufacturers in place. I'm actually going to replace this manufacturer because I don't like the way that leg was sticking out on that. Okay. Yeah, because of the way I've got these placed, it doesn't register that the machine is on a solid surface. So what it does is it tries to put the legs down, and the legs usually will collide with something and then stop. Unless they go to their maximum length, of course. Good thing you can hit the H key and then place it. Yeah, I guess we're just not going to be able to make that one work. Actually, no, we can make it work. Hold on. I have an idea. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, if we do it this way. Yeah, I was like, that should be in the middle. Okay, gotta make sure it's still in the middle. Yeah, since that leg is giving us issues, I don't want him to stick out into the disc like that. So yeah, if we remove that now, it should. Oh, it didn't even place a leg there. This one didn't place legs at all. Okay, well, whatever. You know what? I'm gonna stop trying. Okay. So, but yeah, basically the idea here is these discs aren't going to be floating. These discs are going to be attached. So basically, if you look at the crystal oscillator, it looks like a big disc, right? That's the idea behind this. And it's got these pieces that come out to hold the disc in place. Basically, I mean, it's not a disc in the sense that it spins. I'm pretty sure it's a disc in a different sense, but it looks like a big CD essentially. So that's what I went with. But yeah, the crystal oscillator's got these little supports that hold it in place, and that's what I'm going to be doing here. But the idea with those holders is the holders are going to house the belts. There we go. I was trying to think of the thing. They're going to house the belts. So these machines are not going to be walkable. You're not going to be able to come up here really. I mean, maybe we'll have some like catwalks and stuff. I mean, we could definitely make that work. It's not a big deal to make that work. We could definitely have some catwalks and stuff, but the main portion is getting the belts up here. So the resources are going to go into these ports. As you can see, we've got this. I've actually decided to summer sloop these, and the reason I've decided to summer sloop these is because, well, we're going from 2 to 4, or we're going from 4 per machine to 8 per machine and stuff like that. So that is the basic idea, as well as to, even though it's going to cost an incredible amount of power. I have an incredible amount of power to supply, so we're good there. But yeah, we need to definitely up the crystal oscillators. Because the crystal oscillators, I believe, are going into our radio control units, which we need a decent amount to be able to make a decent amount of pressure conversion cubes to make a decent amount of nuclear pasta. So yeah, we've got some work ahead of us. But yeah, I would like to get these things belted and powered, which is going to be, like I said, that's going to be the idea. I might blueprint it because we have to replicate it 5 times, probably 10 times on each side, because of the way this is going to work. So we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a blueprinter and lag the hell out of the game, as we often do. What clearance are you not happy with? Oh, you're not happy with... There we go. It wasn't happy with the objects being inside the blueprinter when you place it down, which is you know, it's brilliant on their part. Because you could definitely, if you could like place a blueprinter around something that or like around like a piece of your factory, and then you could save that as a blueprint, I mean, that definitely would cause some issues with the game and some bugs and stuff. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool as well. So anyway, let me grab one of these. So these are the big metal pillars. Okay, so the first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this. Okay, so it's a foundation. All right. I completely forgot for some reason. All right. Okay, so trying to think of the type of supports I want to go with, because we're going to need enough space for the belts and stuff, but the belts can be stacked on top of each other. We just need to be careful because there's only actually, you know what? There's only 3 foundations in between each of these. I believe I measured that out correctly. 3 foundations. Let's go and find out. I'm pretty sure I did yesterday. I just don't remember. Sometimes I forget things. But I believe these are 3 foundations apart. Yes. Yes, these are 3 foundations apart. Okay, I have an idea then. I didn't exactly have this to plan. Yeah, not all my builds are planned out. A lot of my builds are just an idea, and then I just work out the details as I build it. You know, because as I've often said, a lot of my builds in this world and stuff like that, and heck, and even other games too, is I have an idea, and I'll take that idea and I'll start building upon it to get the basic shape, and then I start molding it out to what I want. Or maybe sometimes it turns out something completely different. Sometimes the idea doesn't work, or I have to change a lot of elements about it to make the idea work, to do what I want it to do and stuff like that. Yeah, it's one of those things that it's like clay. I'll start off with the idea of I want to make a clay pot, but then as I make the clay pot, you know, I'm like, ooh, I want to add this, or I want to do this with it, or I want to have that, and then I just slowly mold it into place. So yeah, and then eventually it either comes out looking really good, or it comes out looking really bad, and I just smush it all together and start over. You know, just put it back into a big old pile and try again. There's times where I've built an entire factory a few times, and then had to completely dismantle it because it just was not working the way I wanted it to. Yeah, spending hours and hours and hours just to tear it down. It sucks, but it happens. Anyway. Okay, so what we're gonna do then is we're gonna go foundations. I'm gonna do a frame foundation, I think. You know what? These could be really good, these hex windows, because they're kind of futuristic looking. I mean, these are too, the honeycomb. Actually, the honeycomb ones might stand out a little bit. The problem with doing these is is I want to be able to paint them. If I could paint the like the outer frame of these things, you could paint this one, but yeah, if I could do the outer frame of these things, it'd be really nice. Now we could do this and go with these windows, but they just don't give a good enough structure. We could do these full frame windows and then make our own frame. That might be the way to go. Or make our own pieces. Yeah, so basically what we'll do is we'll do this. Okay, and we're going to replicate this going upwards as well. So we're going to have the belts in the middle of this. And what I'm going to do, we're going to go to architecture, wait for the autosave to freeze our game. I think we should probably use the painted beams. That probably would be the best, because not only can we color them, but also these ones I might have issues with. Let's do these instead. But yeah, I want to be able to paint this so that you can see it. Ooh, that's an idea too. Hold on. Where is it? It's under architecture. Architecture. There it is. Frame, wall, window. Actually, yeah, we're just going to make the one piece. And then we'll just save it as a blueprint and then replicate it. Should put this on the inside or the outside? Outside. Put this on the outside. Well, we can put lights in here too. Oh yeah. Hold on, let me find, do I want this one? Oh, you know where this is going. This is gonna be a crazy blueprint. Heck yeah. And this is just enough space too for several belts, because we need 3 belts going up and 1 coming back down. So yeah, we're making some belt elevators. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Yeah, I mean, the point is not to be able to see the belts from the outside anyway. Necessarily. This is just supposed to be a structure. Essentially. Okay. So then we put this up like this. Right. Ooh, that just gave me a really awesome idea. Oops. I think I painted the window. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Okay. So then we're going to add these pieces, because these will add a little bit of depth to the build. Yep, just little details, little details. Okay. I'm not quite happy with these frames. I suppose they're okay. There's nothing I can really do about it, though. I mean, it's like we could do this, but then it's like really difficult to put together as a blueprint. We can add some. I'm sorry. You can add some beam connectors or something to kind of. Actually, don't know. I think what we got is pretty good. We could do though is could add. Oh, actually, it's not a bad idea. Put like little Oh, but you can't rotate them though. If I could rotate it the other way as well, I probably would. I mean, I probably could, but I'm too lazy. I'm way too lazy. Oh, you know what? That's not a bad idea either. It pulls it. It's too much. It pulls it away. It pulls away from the purple. I want the purple to stand out. You know what I mean? Maybe the windows are just too much. We don't need the windows, right? Yeah, the glass windows just aren't. They're not adding to the experience. They're actually taking it away. In my opinion, that is. Get that autosave. There we go. However, what we can do. Put that down like that. Does it look good? Yeah, we gotta make it look like it's attached to something, it's not just floating. Let's put it down like that. Yeah, the window just wasn't doing anything for me. I mean, maybe it was. I just... Ooh, you know what? That opens up the door for walls. That opens up the door for, like, some more of these. Like, we really want to go crazy. We can definitely build... Is there anything that has... Yeah, kind of like this, actually. See how these look. It's like that does open up the door for more structure. Yeah, it kind of fills it in, you know what I mean? Like fills in the empty spaces. And it kind of follows the angles a little bit too. Honeycomb one would also be an option. Let's swap this real quick. See how this side looks. No, I think the other one did better. Of course, we also got this, but nah, it's not enough. Alright, and then you got the traditional ones. Nope, definitely not. Nope. I think what we have is the best. I think these are the best fitting because I wanted more structure in the middle, basically, to kind of take up a little bit of that empty space there. Okay, so now I just gotta, blueprint this to the right height, and then we can get our, blueprint this to the right height, and then I'm gonna pull it back as a T, or as an elbow, directly going this way, so that we can attach it. And then we can get our belts to run through and everything. Everything will look pretty darn good. Oh yeah. Alrighty, so after a little bit of time of working a few blueprints and putting everything together, we are back here into dark so we can see it at night. So now we can go ahead and take a look at this. So far, I think it's looking pretty good. It's very fantastic. It's like very bright. We'll say it's a very bright build. I could have went with a slope with this, but I don't know. I just didn't want a slope there. I just thought, just straight angle. And then we've got another blueprint right here in the center, which attaches to our manufacturers, which looks very nice. Of course, there's going to be some clipping and stuff, but you're not meant to go inside these tunnels anyway, or inside these areas where we're going to run our belts. This is kind of what I had in mind, though. Oh, I did change these beams to be these beams in between. These beams are no longer purple. They are black. And the reason was it was taking, it was, I don't know, it was kind of, it felt too, I don't know what, I don't know how to say it. It felt way too clustered, I guess you could say, of the colors. So I went back to, actually colored these as carbon steel finish. So the carbon steel finish, and then yeah, so I got these on either side, and what they do is this little piece. I mean, it doesn't go all the way into the machine, but you know, it attaches to it. And basically the idea is the machine doesn't spin. It's the discs on the outside that spin. Now, if this was Space Engineers, I could make that happen. I could definitely make that happen. But yeah, we've got our discs here. So during the day, this is not going to be as bright, and you'll be able to notice the discs in the center a lot more than you can at nighttime. At nighttime, it's going to be very bright. I'm also going to put a roof on top of this. We're going to go roughly 2 or 3 foundations above. We don't want to touch the discs, or maybe we do. Maybe we want to put slats in the roof. We'll definitely make that look good. That'd be kind of cool, having the roof kind of come up. Not flat, of course. It'll come up like we'll go like yeah, we'll do like 8 meter, 4 meter, 2 meter, 1 meter flat, and then we'll have a flat roof here, but it like just like slightly, or like slightly, maybe it doesn't quite touch, but or something like that. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so that's going to be covered, and then our belts are going to run in between here. Now, the way I've done this one, well, when I put on my sides and stuff for my factory, this is going to be negated by that, this little overhang here. So we'll get that one fixed. But for now, though, like I said, we do want to get the belts up and going. First things first. Okay, let's pull out our customizer, and let's repaint these back to concrete. I'm going to leave these as concrete as well. I think that'll just be good. But yeah, I'm really loving this build so far. It's very, we'll say it's very unique in a way. Whether that's good or bad, you guys can decide. But yeah, it's very unique in a sense. Like, kind of like that build over there. It is very unique, you know, as far as where the machines are and stuff. They're not traditional. Like these other 3 factories here, they're all kind of traditional, where the factories are inside the building. But this one in particular here, with these little pods, the manufacturers are inside of those little pods. They're sitting on the outside, kind of little tanks, I guess you could say. Just kind of sitting on the outside. And the centerpiece is the train stations. Those are adaptive control units. That's why the building is the building is way longer than this one over here. It doesn't look like it, but it is. This is because we had to have 5 train stations, 4 bringing in different materials, and then 1 exporting. So adaptive control units. So we're going to have some longer factories like that as well. This one, even though it's a manufacturer, it's only 4 train stations because we only need 3 materials to make that happen. So that is the main reason. Also, I think the AI limiters and stuff have backed up as well. We haven't been over there in a while. I actually want to check on it. We'll go and check on it while I think over how I want to run these belts exactly. Now the belts are going to go up. Oh my gosh. Look at that from a distance. Like, what the hell? So strange. So very, very strange. Alrighty. I am back. I actually did have to leave there for a second, and freaking tornado sirens were going off. It's like, oh! No, they're doing a test. They usually do it at the beginning of the month, but for some reason they decided today was the day, which is actually good though, because doing it today, there's no clouds or anything, so there's no confusion. You know what I mean? There is no confusion on that. Alright, but anyway, moving over here. Yeah, so it looks like the electromagnetic control rods have definitely backed up, and we're starting to back up on our train as well, which is good. Take a look. Doesn't matter which elevator we take here, they're both the same. I just wanted 2 elevators, just because it was fun. Just because I could. Hello? Oh. Please, press the button. There we go. Right, and then up here, let's go check on both these factories. Do our little contamination chamber. Or, whatever you call it. Yeah, it looks like all the machines have stopped working, which is good. That means we're not using, this factory's not in use at the moment. I have the sinks turned off, mainly just because of frames, you know. Less calculation for the CPU to do if factories aren't even running. You know what I mean? It looks like this one is also backed up as well. This is good. Okay, so when we turn on this next factory, we're going to be in good standing. I just wanted to check on that real quick because I've been trying to keep an eye on it and whatnot. Oh. And when we put the roof piece in, I think we are going to have the roof go over the bottom of the disc. I think just because we can do that, we're going to do that. Well, we'll do that. We'll do that next time. I told you guys this would take the rest of the week because we don't have a whole lot of time left necessarily, and I do want to get the belting done. Okay, so the way these belts are going to work, I'm going to have to go and probably get rid of. Wait, where do we want the belts coming in at? Because there's going to be four, well actually all four belts are going to be going the same direction. Essentially. Well, kind of. I don't actually know how I want, okay, so this side, okay, so all of the, yeah, all of the outputting belts are going to be coming down these chambers here, or down these chambers, down these little, the little supports here, going to be coming down towards the right side. Because what we're going to do is we're going to merge them all, and then we're going to push them into this train station, which makes sense. Now the way, oh, okay. So we're going to have to pull them out this way as well. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll have it export on the left side then. I mean, what we could do is put two materials on one side and two materials on the other, and then have the... That'd be very strange, though. Which think, after we make this, that's another temporary factory we can get rid of over at the Dune Desert. Yeah, I think this could be good. Okay. So, in order to use this decently, what we're going to have to do is bring in two belts on the left, two belts on the left, one belt on the right coming up, and then one belt on the right going back down. I think that's the most effective way to make this happen. Because if we do it that way, then we have two belts either side and we're good, you know what I mean? I was going to put elevators inside of these, or inside of one side, but unfortunately it doesn't want to let you because it's clipping with the beam supports, which is really sad because even though that would have clipped a little bit, I wouldn't have minded it at all. The elevators are a little bit stingy about where they're placed. You know, if there's anything nearby, they have an issue with a lot of it. So yes, indubitably. Okay. The problem is also going to be connecting with these. Actually, maybe it's not such a problem. Like I said, there's not going to be anybody inside of these. You're going to be able to walk on top, but you're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to walk inside of, because it's supposed to be a clean environment. You know what I mean? And that's why I've encased everything in glass. Is the other reason why I wanted to do that. Encase everything in glass so that it's all, you know, sterile. It's all clean. Of course, this is very, very sensitive equipment we're trying to make. I really wish I could make these like spin. I want these to spin so bad. I really do. That would be so freaking cool. If they spun, I would put lights on these beams here, up and down, and then it'd be just a solid light disc. Dude, that'd be amazing. I can imagine it now. Damn it. Coffee Stain, give us some rotors, please. Like, not the item rotor, an actual rotor that we can attach a grid to that spins. That would be a hell of a thing. But yeah, they would definitely be spending like months on something like that to make it work correctly. This game is not designed to handle that. It's like, yeah, it's not like Space Engineers, you know, where you can the game is built around being able to do stuff like that, subgrids and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so since we're going to have belts coming in both sides, what we're going to do is we're split the train stations up into sets. So let's say we separate these two, which is the quartz crystal and the rubber. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring that up to the roof, and then we're going to go all the way this way with it. And then we're going to bring both of those belts together. The main problem I have, we could bring them to the center, bring all the belt stuff to the center of the grid, right? Which the center of the grid is here. If we bring all of our belts to the center here, then we can have inspection lines, and then we can split left and right, and then then it just makes things a heck of a lot easier. Okay, so it's going to be one belt per. Need to find the exact. So this right here is the exact center. Is this the exact center foundation as well? It is. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll bring all the belts up. Oops. Bring all the belts to this particular portion. I haven't. I should install the lights, to be honest. Yeah, we'll probably install the lights first before I put the belts down there. But as I had said, yeah, because if you install the belts and then you try to install the lights, it's just a pain in the butt. Okay, this one is going to be coming in. And these ones will be leaving. We're going to paint all the belts the same color. Should we do the yellow and then the purple? Yeah, maybe we should. I think it was primary yellow, wasn't it? I think that gives a bit of a caution feel to it as well. Plus everything else is purple, so yeah, it was main color cautionary yellow. And also what I'm going to do too is I'm going to bring power up this. So I've got my poles set here. We're going to bring power along this side so we can bring the power along the underside. And then what I'll do is we'll pull the power like up to this point on one side, and then we'll plug the machine in. Or no, we'll pull it to this side because the power connector's there. We'll pull it to that side, and that should, let's see. This should not be able to be seen. Oh, right. You can't nudge like that. Yeah, the power connector should not be able to be seen. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Okay, so that's how we'll run power. And then yeah, we'll just run power through the center. Right there. I don't care if it's clipping. Do I? Do I care if it's clipping? Oh, I can't really fix it though. I mean, I probably can, but ugh, it's gonna be a pain in my butt. Trying to get that on the grid that I want it to. Oh, there we go. It's going to be interesting because I got to do that to both sides. Oops. I'm like one below. It's like, actually, I do care. Yeah, because these aren't going to, they're not supposed to spin anyway. They're supposed to be centered. They're supposed to be stabilization. Stabilization pieces. That's what I'm hoping for. And then, yeah, I'll just run. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run power both sides. And the reason I'm going to do this is so that my hover pack has an ability to fly around very easily. And then what we'll do is that. Same with this side. Oops, that wasn't supposed to be every other. It wasn't supposed to be every one. It's supposed to be 2. There, we definitely don't need them that close. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and then we just... I probably just... No, I don't want to do that because I forgot how far it is out. But we can bring it to there and then connect it. There we go. And now we have power to fly all the way up here. Because before you get about here or so, roughly here, and it just we wouldn't be able to go any higher. So that was the main reason I did that. I don't know about this. I was thinking about bringing like my beams across here to kind of do that, but I'm not really sure if I want to or not. I don't know how easy it would be. It probably would take a while though. Either that or I pull up the blueprint and then that's an idea. Pull up the blueprint and then only do like the top and bottom like halves and have the central open. So it's not a bad idea. I might do that too. But yeah, so we got to bring our belts up through here, and then as I said, what we're going to do is we're going to bring our belts along. So these are going to be our inspection lines in the center here. Yeah, you'll be able to walk around these, but 1, 2. Oh wait, we're going to have our splitters, sorry. Almost forgot about the splitters. Okay, logistics. Conveyor splitter. Yeah, put them together. Yeah, I got that correct. Oh, wait. Oh, I can't. No, I can't do it that way. I can't do it that way because I gotta send them. I gotta send 2 belts both directions. Oops. That could have been. That could have been nasty. Hold on, I have an idea. I have an idea how we can make this look decent. I'm gonna put some covers over the top of this, so that way you can't see that they have no supports. Yeah, I'll put some like, what? Dang it. Stupid thing. Okay, here's how we do this, right? Don't connect that one. And then you can't see that these belts are going to be going through each other. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out one belt going this way and pull out this belt going this way, but you're not going to be able to tell because it's just going to be the way it is like this. So I think this still works. I'll have to do some testing with it because the last time I tried to do stuff like this, it ended up splitting even though it wasn't connected. It was very strange, but we'll see if it works still. Or see if it works this time. It might not work. I might have to change this up. But that's the basic idea. So we'll send both belts this way, both belts this way for that. Same on the other side, except for one's going to be splitters and one's going to be mergers. To merge both sides, and then we'll send that down as it goes and we'll figure it all out. So yeah, and then the basic idea, I'm gonna get rid of these lights in the center and we're going to put in wall connectors inside the windows here. And then those wall connectors are going to then go into the center. I mean, maybe I want to offset them to one side. What do you guys think about that? If I offset it to the inside... Wait, even better idea. Offset them here to where they do the split around these poles. They do the splitters going in and then going up from there. Actually, that's a better idea, yes. Okay, so we get rid of these inner ones instead. All right. Now, let me work on that because that's going to take me a minute, and we shall see in just a short little while here, I think. Alrighty then, so after quite a bit of time, actually, that took me a little longer than I thought expected, but that is okay. We got everything belted, so now we are finally, I just got the AI limiters belted into place. So now if we go up here, you can see that everything is currently belted. The AI limiters are still spreading out across the way there. And you can see we're starting to get crystal oscillators. Now we need to make sure that all of these are working correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to each one of these machines and check them, of course. But yeah, everything is belted and working as it should. And of course, like I said, we're summer slooped for all of these. So yeah, that's got AI limiters in it. Check this one. Yeah, that one's got AI limiters in it. Check this one. And that one's got AI limiters in it. And we'll check this one. That's got AI limiters in it as well. And last one. Yep, sure does. Everything's getting what it should. I had some weird stuff because what I did was I blueprinted these. I actually had to make 5 different blueprints. So we got the blueprints on the ends. Got this blueprint and that blueprint. And then you got these 2 blueprints, and then these 3 blueprints are completely separate. Same with these. Is it just because the way everything was placed, or with the blueprints, you know, coming in from different sections and stuff like that. But yeah, we need to watch each of these lines and see if we get crystal oscillators out of each one of these. Yep, there's that one. That one doesn't get any. This one to get crystal oscillators. But yeah, it seems to have worked correctly. As long as you place them a certain way, I don't think you can bug them out. Okay, so those are both working. And then this side is just splitters. So you got the quartz crystal and the rubber coming up on this side. And then you've got the AI limiters coming out on this side, and then you've got the crystal oscillators. Look at them go. Yeah, we are good. I'm going to get rid of this. Yeah, here's the blueprints. One of the blueprints that I was talking about. Having to make these for each individual side and whatnot, because on that side the belts go to the right, and on this side the belts go to the left, so unable to do that. And then on this side you've got merger and splitter. The merger going that way, splitter going this way. Then on this side you've got the splitter going this way and the merger going this way, but you have to when you rotate them, you have to swap the belts and the placement of the merger and splitter just so you can get everything working. So yeah, it was a bit of a mess, but we did manage to get them all connected. As well as you can see all the belt lines, they go up to the top here, and then they go through our little channel. You can actually see them up here. They go through a little channel and then into the machines. They just go directly through this. No one's going to be seeing it really, so I just don't care to show it off. But these 2 belts actually cross. One crosses over the other, just because I put the splitter and the splitting and the merging belt on the wrong side on the wrong side. Like if I had put the mergers on the left rather than the right, then it would have been much better. But it is what it is. So we can go ahead and clear this blueprint. I know we're out of time for this episode, currently, just about. So we're going to clear this blueprint, and we're going to get rid of this blueprinter. But yeah, with that being belted and the factory actually functioning as it should, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So next time we're going to see if we can finish this particular build. Oh yeah, I did put a we did put a little elevator here so you can get up to the next floor. Painted it purple, of course. Actually, we should probably do it like that, and it's a little more noticeable. Because the belts are all painted that, so it doesn't really matter, but yeah. Same with this, too. There we go. And I didn't get the lights in it. I didn't get the lights installed in here. I will do that next time. Yeah, with the factory functioning, though, that is perfect. Of course, these uploaders are going to have to fill up with... they're going to have to fill up with the crystal oscillators before they'll start backing up into the train station here, but that's okay. This one's going to be running for a while because we're only making 20, or making 20 per minute times 2, so that's 40. Actually making 40 per minute, so I guess we can mark this on the map as well, but yeah, I'll do that in a minute. But yeah, with that though, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So like I said, next time we will be finishing up this blueprint, getting the sides on, and of course we're going to make it like that factory with the little supports off of the side there. But yeah, getting the sides on this with blueprints, and then getting the top portion, the roofing portion on that's going to cover parts of this, and then we'll have like little slots in the roof, I think, to accommodate for the disc size and stuff like that. It'll look pretty good, I think. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, we are out of time, so I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see on your screen right now. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.